I don't have time today, Veronica said. You must, Vadangu insisted, her voice trembling. You trust me, right? Your mother was my friend. You know I don't lie. Something in her tone stirred an old fear in Veronica. She agreed. They waited inside Vadangu's house that day, hidden behind the curtain. Veronica didn't understand why until the crying started. That same twisted, gut-wrenching cry from her daughter. Come, Vadangu whispered, leading her to the window. Veronica looked and screamed. What she saw, what she refused to believe for months, was there in flesh and blood. The man she loved, the man who held her children, the man she nearly married, was a monster. She fainted. Vadangu screamed for help. Neighbors rushed over. The police were called. Kyle tried to run but was caught in a maize field nearby, his shirt torn, his face scraped by thorn bushes. The truth unfolded like a nightmare. He wasn't who he said he was. He was wanted in Kadoma for raping his sister's child and fleeing, with only a stolen phone and a car. Now confirmed to be fence property, he had been hiding ever since. As the truth sank in, the town recoiled in collective horror. But the real destruction had only just begun. The courtroom was cold, not in temperature, but in spirit. Veronica sat in the back, blank-eyed, her body wrapped in a donated shawl. She didn't speak, not even when they read Kyle's charges, not even when they asked if she wanted to make a victim's statement. She just stared. Social workers had come the day after the arrest. Baby June had been taken to the clinic. Signs of trauma, physical and emotional, were confirmed. Brian was harder to reach. He had shut down completely. The bright, curious boy who once read newspapers, behind the shop counter, now refused to speak or eat. The child psychologist said he had entered a protective silence. It's a common response in children who've been chronically abused. The town buzzed with shame and whispers. How could this have happened? Right under their noses, Veronica was admitted to a psychiatric hospital 2 days later. Postnatal depression worsened by guilt and grief. Diagnosis: severe dissociative trauma, and early signs of psychosis. In simple terms, her mind had broken. Sometimes she screamed in her sleep. Sometimes she mumbled Kyle's name over and over, as if calling a ghost back to her. Other times she laughed at nothing, rocking herself slowly in the hospital garden. She had loved a man who had destroyed everything. Kyle was sentenced to life in prison. The details of what he had done to Brian, and what he had begun doing to baby June, were too graphic to repeat even in court. But the evidence was undeniable. His past in Kadoma, his DNA, his twisted journal entries found in a hidden phone. The court called it monstrous. Brian and June were placed in foster care in Harare.